Okay, so our next step in painting the kitchen, now that we have all of our materials and tools in place, is getting the room prepped. So that includes removing furniture, which we've already done, and removing any type of knickknacks, which, as you can see, we already have. But we do have to remove the blinds and the outlet cover. So let me get my ladder set up, and I'm going to grab a couple screwdrivers. See, this blind, pretty easy to come off. Usually this little piece can hold it in place, and it slides right out. Now sometimes when you want to be a little more fussy with the woodwork, you're going to remove all the hardware for painting and then put it back on. But for this case, since we're going to just remount the blinds, I think I'm just going to leave it on. Next thing we want to do is go around and remove all the outlet covers. We only have one here, so let me grab my screwdriver, take care of that. Now you want to be organized about saving the screws. A little trick that a lot of people like to do is to take the screw and put it right back in the hole and just screw it in just a little bit so it's there when you're looking for it later. Next we want to get everything covered that's not going to be painted. So we want to protect the floor and the countertop. So I'm going to grab my drop cloths. Let me lay this out here. Next we're also going to drop cloth all the countertops and cabinets with plastic to prevent any paint from getting on them as well. What we're going to do is we're going to protect this backsplash here. I'm going to use painter's tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape along the edge, and I'm going to leave this part loose so that I can put plastic underneath that. Continuing around the edge with the tape. Get that all covered. And now it's time to grab our plastic. Just going to need a little bit over here, so I'm just going to kind of measure it out by hand, unroll it, and then we're going to cut very carefully with our razor knife. We're completely being creative and covering all the areas that we want to make sure don't get painted. Okay, so now that we've prepared our room, we can begin preparing our surfaces for painting.